Between living and dreaming, there is a third way. Will you guess it? Between living and dreaming, there is a third way. Will you guess it? This contemporary secular koan is by the absurdist writer Antonio Machado. Between living and dreaming, there is a third way. Will you guess it? And so let's take pause. Pause to breathe. Breathing space. That's all that is required right now, to take breathing space. Make space for your breath. Allow the gentle opening of the ribs to inform this space. We have many roles, many responsibilities, and I want to remind you of that meditation that invited us to consider the difference between what we have and what we are. So it began by saying, I have a role, but I am not that role. I am something other, something greater than my role. And I have responsibilities, but I am not those responsibilities. I am something greater than my responsibilities. Week by week, I begin this service on a Wednesday by inviting you to set down your role, your responsibility. Set down your anxiety. Set down all those things that we may identify with. We may identify with them falsely. We have anxieties. We have tasks. But those anxieties, those tasks, are not truly us. We are something greater than that. So I invite you to breathe with this thought. I am greater than my role, greater than my responsibility. I am more than my guilt, more than my anxiety. I am more than my trouble. However grievous my trouble may seem, I am more than my trouble. I'm more than my financial responsibilities. I'm more than my identity. And so, alone together, in a time of companionable solitude, let's allow this breathing space to occupy us completely. Allow the breath its ownership of your body. Alone, but for the sound of my own breath, which sound alone is reminder of the presence of another, the breath that drives me out into the desert of my own calling. Breath of my breath, life of my life. Properly take possession of my body. And so I open to you. I set aside defensiveness and the armory that I'm used to carrying. Here I come in quietness, in compassion, in tenderness. I am not my defenses. I am not the armor-plated personality that I'm used to putting on to face the world. I'm here in a place of safety, in a place of true sanctuary, a sanctuary of my heart, and here I lay down my defensiveness, ready to take up something more compassionate, something more tender, something curious. And so as we breathe, I invite you to open yourself to curiosity. While defensiveness is a closed fist, curiosity opens itself like an open hand. And curiosity reaches beyond the boundaries of our everyday selves. And so as we breathe, I invite you to sense the space in which you're sitting. Sense the ground beneath your feet. Sense the clothes on your body, the socks on your feet. Feel the shoes surrounding your feet. Or if you're barefoot, feel the carpet or the floor covering beneath your feet. Feel the clothing on your legs and the material on your back. Feel the seat of the chair that you're sitting in. Be aware of the chair back. I invite you just to spend a moment to see if you can experience also the legs of the chair. Can you feel the point of contact between your chair and the ground? will your mind's eye allow you to experience a boundary which is greater than that simple boundary of your body. As we breathe in to the center of the self and breathe out to the wideness of this group, I just invite you to experience a greater self, a wideness of being, an openness. Accompanied by the sound of my own breathing. That sound alone, the reminder of a presence greater than my own. And so I invite you to extend with curiosity as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Allow curiosity to awaken within you. Allow that tenderness, as delicate as the horns of a snail, as they extend and reach out to feel what's around it, so your curiosity is an invitation into a kind of tenderness, a tenderness of relationship, a relational awareness that comes by setting down anxiety, setting down defensiveness, and opening into an awareness of that which is greater than you are. With curiosity and without defensiveness. Don't search for a meaning. The meaning doesn't need to be involved. Simply allow curiosity, simplicity, and tenderness to inform your breathing. And realize that this breathing is your prayer. This curiosity is your prayer. This tenderness is praying. This tenderness is praying within you. Stay with the breath as it lengthens and slows. A change has come. However stealthily, like dawn on a rainy day, or the first leaf buds onto trees that appear dead, a change has come, and light begins to spread itself on the ridge of a darkened horizon. A bright line is drawn under the birch branch, and the blackened buds are lively now. this change has entered my heart, and my whole life reorients itself, finds east. My heart seeks to become, to grow into this new being, to participate with this greater breath. Listen. The world's sounds call you, call your curiosity, remind you what curiosity is, how it feels. The sensation of curiosity along the ridge of my shoulders. The sensation of curiosity in my thighs, in my shins. If curiosity is a sensation, then I can breathe into it and discover its tenderness, its liveliness, its awareness, its alertness. Like a cockled snail, exceeding the boundaries of my material body. My curiosity, like my breath, reaches out beyond me, allows me to participate in a life greater than my own life. And as my breath lengthens and slows, I invite you into participation. Participation in the life of life. Let's dwell a while in breath, participating with curiosity, with openness, and with tenderness in the life of life, the breath of breath. Thank you, Michael. That was gorgeous. This hour settles back into my consciousness, and it is not the hour but the self that has opened. The self has opened to accommodate a new spirit. The older spirits of this place and this time chime in with this change, whispering to me, reminding me of news of infinity. This current is eternal. This stream, a slipstream of life. This life I know only for its movement. And in this movement, in this moving experience, breath by breath, I discover my participation through curiosity, through tenderness, and through prayer. This prayer is not an asking, not a petition or a request. It is an act of healing, an act of recovery. Rediscovering a greater presence than my own, out here in the desert, a breath which accompanies my breath, a life which is living mine. And so breath by breath, I rediscover my own porousness, my limitlessness. I have a body, but I am not my body. I am greater than my body. My body is a sense organ that delivers to my mind information about this reality in which I thrive. But I am more than my body. And as I breathe, breath by breath, I inspire my mind, and my mind interprets the sense information that my body conveys to my mind. But my mind is something I have. I have a mind. I am not a mind. I am greater than my mind. My mind and my body are all that I see and feel and think with, but they are not my essential self. My essential self is greater than my body and my mind. And my essential self participates breath by breath, movement by movement, moment by moment, participates with that which is eternal, that which is infinite, that which is beyond the scope of my understanding. Just as my shoes are beyond the scope of my feeling, and yet I feel them. Just as the floor is beyond the scope of my skin, and yet I feel its impact. So also I breathe as you breathe. As we breathe together into the center of this group, we discover together that which is greater than our individual self. We discover together that which is greater than any of us appears to be. My heart is a thin place. My soul, the meeting point with the great soul of all souls. My heart would break to hold such immensity, but it does not break. My heart is obliterated perhaps, but it does not break. A stream runs right through it and carries me, breath by breath, a participant in the stream of life. A change has come, like dawn on a rainy day. I have been unaware of the light that brightly underlines the branches of trees. And now I welcome myself in, here to this home, here to this starting place, and re-encouraged, reinforced, reinvigorated, I draw myself back to the life of life. And this is my prayer. This breath is my prayer. And praise with me. Praise with me. For life loves life. Amen. I'm going to close out this short time of devotion, this short time of contemplation, this time of experience, by inviting anybody here present, if you wish to light a candle, I will light for you a candle here in the presence of this great inverted ship, this place of sanctuary, this holy space that bears our breaking hearts. And I'll invite, while Michael plays a last piece, anyone who wishes to have a candle lit to put a prayer into the chat facility. Folks, I deeply apologise for the poor sound. We've had issues and glitches. As you know, our connection is at best precarious, faint, and we all grope for connection with the unknown. Like faltering Wi-Fi, we grope with curiosity and tenderness. I'm going to close with these words from a poem by May Sarton. Dark into light, light into darkness spin. When all the birds have flown to some real haven, we who find shelter in the warmth within, listen and feel new christened, new cherished, new forgiven. As the lost human voices speak through us and blend our complex love, our mourning without end. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much for joining me and us this afternoon at Mill Hill Chapel. Once again, apologies for the difficulties we were experiencing, but I'm looking forward to reconnecting with you, perhaps on Sunday or perhaps later this afternoon, some other time during the week. Bide up, hold firm, keep on keeping on. Many blessings, he says, punching his microphone. Many blessings to you all.